I have here before me the entire Colourpop New Moon collection. So now that I have used it, I used it today and used most of the products, I can give you my full review, and I can also tell you all the controversy and my issue with Colourpop's involvement with Twilight in general. I'm going to be very honest, as a Twilight Scholar, a Twilight Enthusiast, particularly a New Moon Enthusiast, a Wolfpack girly, a Team Jacob girly, and a makeup girly. I even used to have a makeup job. I was not sent this. I purchased this myself. The very first thing I want to say is that, first of all, the issue with all these large brands trying to capitalize on the Twilight train, as exciting as it is for somebody who loves Twilight. If you didn't know, the Quileute tribe referenced in the Twilight Saga is an actual native tribe that was never compensated, never even acknowledged by Stephanie, anything from the films, anything. And they actually created an entire website called Truth versus Twilight to defend themselves from the misappropriation in Twilight. And they are actually currently located in a tsunami zone and trying to move to higher ground. And every time that a big brand wants to capitalize on Twilight, they never acknowledge this, like, ever. And it literally is not hard to do. This is the second time that Colourpop has done a collaboration with Twilight, and they have not said anything about it. And people literally comment about it. They don't say anything. And this is not just Colourpop. This is anybody who makes a Twilight collab that's not a small business. If you have like a small business or a small creator who's making Twilight merch and they're involved in the Twilight community, they're always going to donate to MTHG. They're always going to bring awareness to it. And of course, I will link that. It's always in my link tree, but I'll put it in the description as well. The real gag is too that Glamlight is coming out with a Breaking Dawn collection, which is so cool, and it was brought to their attention, like people commented, and Giselle responded right away and said, we will donate. She even DM'd me when I commented on their story and said, we're going to create a section on our website to raise awareness for this, and everybody appreciated it so much, so it's not hard. And I actually heard, I don't know, I can't confirm, that when people commented about the Quileute tribe and about MTHG, Colourpop was deleting their comments, which I just think is deplorable. And at this point, after 2 collabs, I really think that you could do something. It's really not that hard. But secondly, if you remember the first Twilight collab, which I have the palette right here, another thing that I purchased myself, it was very Catherine Hardwicke's Twilight. As you can see, like, I do use it. I think it's cute. I like greens and blues. It's a cool tone palette. That's not the issue I had. A lot of people said there's no reds in this and they hated that. I get it, but I really wasn't expecting reds in the Twilight palette because I kind of could figure that they were going to do other collabs too. The problem was this palette is very much giving made by white people for white people. The pigmentation was not there. It was not there in any of the products, the lips, anything, and lots of black and brown creators and just people in general were saying, what is the deal with this? Not only are you not acknowledging the Quileute tribe, but you're literally making a white vampires only palette. Okay, great. So many people commented on this and said, there is no diversity here. There is no pigmentation. There is nothing in this palette that would work on anybody darker than Edward Cullen himself. Now, did the New Moon collection improve in that regard? I think it did to some extent, but I'm going to be 100% real. I'm going to give you my honest opinion here. So, starting with the palette, this is very cute. I love New Moon so much. It has a nice sleeve. This does look just like the movie. It has a couple quotes. We have Bella, where the hell have you been, Loca? You're sort of beautiful. And what was the Edward one? I swear I'll never fail you again. See, I don't care. The actual palette, we have a moon, same quotes on there, and I have dug into this already, but literally, like, I do love this color story. I think it's so New Moon. I think it's really pretty. A lot of people were saying that they were hoping for more reds. I like the red in the middle. I do understand hoping for more reds, but I do like this, and I think honestly the best thing about this palette truly is the names. We have Mood Control, Jasper, no fair with the mood control, Marry Me, Bella, Wolfpack, Alice, Senior Year, You're Sort of Beautiful, Adrenaline, Bloodsuckers, Face Punch, which is the best, like one of my favorites. That is in the movie that Bella and Jacob go to see with Mike Newton. In the book, it was called Crosshairs, if you didn't know. And then we have Trade Secrets. Damn it, these are trade secrets. This chick runs with vampires. Paper Cut, October, November, December, which is just a great one. Soul Reader, that's an RO quote. Soulless Monster, that's Edward himself. And You're Everything. Now, I have used this palette. I'm going to be real with you. Is it like the most pigmented palette you're ever gonna find? No. Would I use these eyeshadows without a base? No. But do I ever use any eyeshadows without a base? No. I'm gonna do some swatches for you just for funsies. Mood Control is what I currently have on my lids. It is super, super pretty. It's like a shimmery, beigey gold. It's sheer though. Like if you don't have a base, that's a topper. That's Marry Me. That's a nice color. I will definitely use that as like a crease shade. Wolfpack is more of like a jelly texture. Ooh, super, super pretty. That one is pretty pigmented. Wolfpack is pretty pigmented. Alice is a nice, bright, yellowy gold. That one has pretty good pigmentation too. Senior Year, as far as pigment, is like not giving. It's kind of chalky. It's a nice shade though. You're Sort of Beautiful, gotta be like one of my faves just because of the name. Honestly, like a nice run-of-the-mill russet brown, and I will say that seems to be like the color idea because that's Jacob's russet brown wolf fur. Adrenaline is a great one. Adrenaline has the same texture as Wolfpack, like jellyish glitter. Very pigmented, nice. Bloodsuckers I also used today, so this is really nice. It's a nice like sparkly red shade, shimmery red, not so much sparkly. Face Punch is great. Face Punch is a lovely like coppery color. Pigmentation's pretty good on Face Punch. Trade Secrets is like sensational. I did a very light swipe. Ooh, that is definitely the best gold in the palette. Trade Secrets is the #1 gold. Paper Cut, I didn't have much luck with. Yeah, I tried to use this on my eyes. I had to go over with Bloodsucker. That one, you're really gonna have to pack it on if you want to use Paper Cut. October, November, December. Okay, so that's like a purpley brown. Is it chalky? Yeah, it seems so. Soul Reader was like pretty fine for a black eyeshadow. Again, these are not going to be your most pigmented eyeshadows. That's just the truth, okay? Soulless Monster for Edward himself. Ooh, okay, Soulless Monster is actually really pretty. See, that looks more like green, but in person, this is definitely like an olivey brown. Your Everything is like not... It's not super giving. Okay, so you can see, I think it's a nice color story. They're not bad. Look, and also like, look at this. Look at how much like Mood Control is like falling out. Like, will I use this palette? Yes. Are these colors that I will use? Yes. Are they bad quality? No, not necessarily. Is this like the best quality ever? No. Could we have had more saturation, more pigmentation? Yeah, we absolutely could have. Compared to the Twilight palette, I would say this one is probably better quality for sure. Sticking with the eyes, don't mind my swatched up arms and hands. The packaging honestly is super cute. We had 2 Super Shock shadows, Volturi one and a Wolfpack one. This is called the Volturi and this is called We Won't Bite, which if you didn't know. On and Bella, We Won't Bite, honestly really cute. Packaging is cute. I think another improvement that they made with this collection is that we said we wanted packaging on the actual packaging and not just the part that you throw away, which they did deliver with more than one product. Okay, so this, I did swatch it before, but this is like so cool looking. Feels like a Super Shock, that like velvety kind of texture. So I'm gonna do right here. So, okay, that I was surprised by this because this actually looks kind of like exactly like you would expect. It's like red and I'm getting like streaks of black. When they swatched it on their social medias, it was looking purple. Maybe if I blend it, it'll look more purple. Is this a color that I'm going to use every day? No. Is it nice to look at? Yes. You know, I just said that I wasn't going to use it, but now that I'm thinking of it, I could have totally used this for the look that I did today and I might have like spent less time trying to get a pigment out of it. We Won't Bite is so pretty. This really, it looks like the moon in the beginning of the movie. I love it. I love it. I did not mean to swatch it that far down, but honestly, so pretty. Like this is kind of giving like mustard. The glitter is like very visible in this one, which I love. I do like this one. I will definitely use We Won't Bite. Finishing up the eye products, we have 3 multi-chrome shadow sticks. Vampire Girl with the Cullen crest, Wolf Girl with the Wolfie on it, and then we have It's Always Been Him, which irritates me because Bella does not say that to Jacob. In the book, she does not say that. Like the whole end of New Moon, in my opinion, is the part that they messed up the most in the movie, even though I love the movie. It's like one of my favorite movies. But anyway, I do, however, like that it has a motorcycle on it because that is very much a Jacob thing, so it kind of makes up for it. Again, packaging is really cute. Love that you can tell that it's like a collab and it doesn't just look like a regular. So this is Vampire Girl, I think. Yeah, Vampire Girl, and these honestly are like the coolest thing. Like I wish that you could see in person. So to you, that looks like a coppery gold, and from that angle it does, but then when I look at it, it literally shifts like aquamarine green. these are very cool and they go on really, really smooth. Wolf Girl. Okay, so to you, that looks like a beautiful gold. Oh, that is so pretty. And then when I look at it, when I shift this way, it shifts like a light green. That is like, these are very cool. Like honestly, like even prettier in person. And then finally, It's Always Been Him. Never was, never will be, if you ask me. Oh, okay. So that one looks green to you. Super pretty. We have some green and some like pink there. Oh, these are like super cool. And then when I look at it, it looks like bright blue. Like these actually are like some of the coolest shadow sticks. One of my favorite products from Colourpop is the Soul Glow Oil. This one is called It's a Wolf Thing. I'm obsessed. So last time they did like diamonds. This one is definitely like a lot more glittery than this one, which is like gold and shimmery, but two big improvements with this one. Number one, this one actually has like a little bit of new moon goodness on the actual package, whereas this one did not. And the scent is different. Like we all said, could you not have made this smell like pine? Because the Soul Body Glow Oil smells like coconut. It's a pleasant enough scent, but you could have changed it. This one, they changed to like a vanilla-y scent. And honestly, I prefer this to the coconut scent. So I am a big fan of this product. Like I love body glitter. I'm not gonna say that it's like the most long-lasting body glitter, but it is really pretty. So this one is definitely just more of like a shimmer. It smells great and it's more like shimmery gold. Like diamonds, you can see this one actually is more glittery. Definitely more glitter with this one, more like smooth shimmer with this one. I like this a lot though. Honestly, like the new one, the vanilla scent smells so much better. I wish that they would make that the regular scent. Even though I like coconut, this isn't like the greatest coconut scent. Moving on to the lips. So we have one lip gloss product and this is like Volturi themed and this is called Runs with Vampires. I mean, I would say it's Volturi themed just because of the packaging. Runs with Vampires is actually a Wolfpack Jared quote, so I don't know. So the thing about this is it is like very pretty, but I have to be honest, it's an orangey red. Like, can you see that? This is not like a true like vampy red. I think it's pretty for sure, but it's a sheer like orangey red. You see that? It's like, it's sheer and orangey. It's not vampy red. And a lot of people were upset about this. Me, I like this. Also on the package, it says it's just a little blood, Bella, which I do think is fun. That's also a Jacob quote. We have two lip kits. Now the packaging is 10 out of 10. I love that we have Aro, Marcus, and Caius all on here. It's called You Can't Trust Vampires. We have two products. We have a lipstick called Vampire Royalty and a pencil called Vampire Laws. Now, I used both of these earlier today when I did this eye makeup look. I forgot to put the gloss on though, and honestly, like, they're nice. Packaging is really, really cute. The lipstick smells wonderful. Now, you will see that this is like a Betty Boop red, which is so not what I was expecting. Like a lot of people wanted a darker red than this. I will say it really isn't orangey. It looked orangey like in their swatches. It does not look orangey to me. It doesn't look orangey on me. It looks like a bluish Betty Boop red. And the pencil is more like a purpley red. Now, if you could see, like this does allow you to get more of that vampy look because it's darker, but it's not exactly what I would have done. Overall, I like it though. I'm not mad about either of the lip kits. Now, the final product, which is another fave for me, it's what I'm wearing on my lips right now. This is the Where the Hell Have You Been Loca lip kit. And honestly, packaging 10 out of 10, my man, my man, my man. And my fave. Okay, so the lipstick is called Jake and the lippy pencil is called Hello Biceps. You know, anabolic steroids are really bad for you. So I do have it on right now so you can see it on my lips. It's like a really nice like brown nude and it looks very like coffee on me. So this is Jake and I really, really like this. Like I don't usually go this dark, but I quite like it. I like this better than the red, but that could just because I'm not generally a red lip girly, just because I don't feel like it flatters me quite as much as like a nude does. And also it's very high maintenance, but I do like it once in a while. And this is the liner. I do think they go really nicely together. I'm a fan. So overall, as a Team Jacob New Moon enthusiast, I would say this is definitely an improvement from the Twilight collection. I'm glad to have it. It's a nice collection. It is something that I will use. Colourpop is on the lower end of the price spectrum, so it's not going to be like the most insane pigmented eyeshadows, right? And I'm not expecting that. I do wish that they could just operate a little bit more mindfully when capitalizing off of Twilight. I would have done a few things a little bit differently, but overall I think this was a nice collection. But I want to emphasize once again, if you purchased anything from this collection, if you're planning on purchasing anything, if you ever spent money on Twilight, please consider learning about the Quileute tribe and donating if you can. And thank you so much for watching.